Hello and welcome back to Figure Barn. Now today we're opening a showcase that spans generations of prehistoric power. We're starting with one exclusive who survived the original Jurassic Park with a spoonful of bravery and a whole lot of screaming, reminding us why the franchise roared into pop culture history. Then we shift gears to Jurassic Park Rebirth, where the dinosaurs return with a vengeance. This new wave of Funko Pops brings fresh designs, fierce detail, and a whole new chapter of collectible chaos. So whether you're here for the nostalgia or the thrill of the new, this lineup is a must-see for any Dino devotee. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's journey from classic survival to modern mayhem. So this is our second dive into the world of Jurassic Park Funko Pops. So if you missed the first video, make sure to check it out for even more collectible chaos and classic park moments. I'll link it in the top of the screen up here. But the original Jurassic Park from 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg and based on Michael Crichton's novel, follows billionaire John Hammond's attempt to open a theme park filled with cloned dinosaurs on Isla Nublar. To gain investor confidence, Hammond invites a group of experts to evaluate the park, including paleontologist Alan Grant, paleobotanist Ellie Sattler, and mathematician Ian Malcolm. Joining the tour are Hammond's grandchildren Lex and Tim Murphy, who become central to the story's emotional core. Their presence adds a vulnerability and a tension, especially when the park's security systems fail due to sabotage. As the dinosaurs escape their enclosures, Lex and Tim are thrust into survival mode, facing terrifying encounters with the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Velociraptors. Their bond with Dr. Grant deepens as he protects them through the chaos. Now the film was a landmark in visual effects and sound design and earned over $1 billion and won 3 Academy Awards. It's remembered not just for its dinosaurs but also for its thrilling blend of science, suspense and heart. So Funko haven't held back on Jurassic Park Pops over the years, with 63 now being released across the 7 films, and once you add in all the chases and the variants, you're probably up to about 70 or so. Now the one we have today is Tim Murphy here with his night vision goggles, which was released earlier this year. Now this is from a scene where Tim sits inside the stalled tour vehicle near the Tyrannosaur paddock, donning a pair of bulky military grade night vision goggles he finds underneath the seat. Now the goggles, oversized for his small frame, glow with that eerie green hue as he peers into the darkness, first to tease his sister Lex and then to scan over the whole paddock. Through the lenses he notices the goat has vanished, and moments later the towering silhouette of the T-Rex emerges, its leg brushing the electrified fence. Now the goggles not only heighten the suspense but also symbolise Tim's curiosity and his courage in the face of danger. It's a quiet yet powerful moment that builds the dread before the chaos really erupts. So as you can see from the sticker here, this is a special edition. In the US I believe this could be found in Target, although in the UK I've got no idea unless it's from the Funko Europe site directly. And as you can see, Tim here is holding the night vision goggles that he finds in the car, and he's wearing his open blue shirt with green and red striped t-shirt underneath. Now it's quite small, but you can also see that he's got the blue sort of neckerchief bandana wrapped around his neck as well, which is a nice level of detail there. It's finished off with his beige shorts, fairly crisp white socks, and the slightly off-white trainers down there as well. Now Joseph Mazzello, who played Tim, is still acting, notably starring as John Deacon in the Queen biopic Bohemian Rhapsody alongside Rami Malek. And as well as this pop coming out, there was also a second Target exclusive, which was the T-Rex standing at the iconic Jurassic Park gates. We still need to pick that one up. So Jurassic World Rebirth in 2025 marks the 7th instalment in the Jurassic Park franchise and serves as a standalone sequel to Jurassic Park Dominion. Directed by Gareth Edwards and written by David Cope, who also co-wrote the original Jurassic Park, the film aims to revitalise the series by returning to its suspenseful roots while introducing a fresh cast and storyline. Set 5 years after Dominion, the world has grown inhospitable to dinosaurs, forcing them into isolated equatorial zones. Public interest in these creatures has faded, but a pharmaceutical company sees new potential, extracting DNA from the largest surviving dinosaurs to develop a revolutionary heart disease treatment. A covert team led by Zora Bennett, played by Scarlett Johansson, paleontologist Dr. Henry Loomis, played by Jonathan Bailey, and team leader Duncan Kincaid, Mahershala Ali, are sent to the abandoned InGen research island of Ile-Saint-Hubert. Their mission quickly spirals into survival chaos as they encounter mutated dinosaurs, hostile terrain, and a stranded civilian family. The film tries to blend thrilling set pieces with nostalgic callbacks to the original Jurassic Park, including visual homages and musical cues. Now, while critics offered mixed reviews, it's been praised for its tense action, improved character development, and a return to the classic dino terror. So this was quite a large wave of pops released in conjunction with the movie, and we have all 7 of them to go through today. In our previous video on the Jurassic Park dinosaurs, we could quite easily throw in facts about them. Now it's a bit harder with these because a lot of them are based on failed genetic experiments, resulting in dinosaurs with unusual mutations or traits that aren't actually found in nature. But we'll still do our best. And to kick off, the first one we have is the Mosasaurus. Now, Mosasaurus was a massive marine reptile that lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 82 to 66 million years ago. Though often mistaken for a dinosaur, it belonged to the squamate group, which is related to lizards and snakes. It had a streamlined body, paddle-like limbs, and a powerful tail for swimming. Its jaws were lined with sharp, conical teeth, perfect for catching fish, squid, and other marine reptiles. Fossils of this one have been found worldwide, and its name means Mews lizard, referencing the river near its first discovery. Now, Funko always does a good job with the dinos, and as you can see, our Mosasaurus is mounted in this sideways box, which makes sense for its sort of fish-like form. It is quite a bright green, but the pink from the open mouth there sort of sets it off quite well. And as you can see, it's got these rows of conical teeth as well. Now, moving down its body, it has the darker green scales across the top, above its 2 sets of flippers there, and all the way down its long tail as well down there. Next up, we have the Titanosaurus. Titanosaurus was a large herbivorous sauropod dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 83 to 65 million years ago. First discovered in India in 1877, it had a long neck, a massive body, and a whip-like tail. Unlike many sauropods, Titanosaurus had solid vertebrae and was likely a bit more agile than some of the other dinosaurs. It measured up to 40 feet long and weighed around 13 tons. Some species had bony armour along their backs for protection, and they were one of the last known sauropods before the mass extinction. Now, this one is a very different kind of sculpt to the last one, and one of the reasons again why I love these dinosaur pops. They just add a different dimension to the movies line as opposed to most of the other ones just sort of being standard human characters. As you can see, they have this long graceful neck twisting up to the dome-like head, and then back down the tail you have these orange plates along the back as well. The tail itself has these lighter grey stripes on it as well, in the same sort of shade as the front of the skull there. Now, interestingly, looking at the back of the box, there are no shots of any of the others from this wave, and it just sort of shows the Jurassic World Rebirth logo there and the glam shot running down the left hand side. And here we have the Distortus Rex. Distortus Rex is a genetically mutated hybrid dinosaur only introduced in Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, it's engineered by InGen as a modified Tyrannosaurus Rex. It was infused with DNA from various species, resulting in a sort of grotesque, 6-limbed creature with distorted features and an immense size. It stands at around 26 feet tall, weighing over 20,000 pounds. Its appearance blends traits of T-Rex, gorilla, and even alien-like elements, making it both terrifying and fairly tragic as well. As the film's apex predator, it's aggressive, unpredictable, and central to the survival horror that unfolds on Ile-Saint-Hubert. So as you can see, this is a big old boy, and is absolutely crammed into this box. Looking side on, you don't really get a full view, but you can get an idea of its primate-like body and the powerful back legs there as well. Turning it around, we get a better view of the head just in there with the overbite teeth, and you can also see the 2 additional sets of arms in there as well. Bigger ones on the outside and then smaller, more standard sort of T-Rexy ones on the inside of those. Now, similar to the Titanosaurus, he has this sort of domed protruding skull, and they also have these darker coloured ridges going along the top of the head, contrasting with the lighter beige across the rest of the body there. Now the next one we have is what I think is the first flying dinosaur that we've ever had, and it's the, let me make sure I try and get this right, the Quetzalcoatlus. Now the Quetzalcoatlus, it was a giant pterosaur from the late Cretaceous period and one of the largest known flying animals in history, with a wingspan reaching up to about 36 feet, which is 11 meters, and a height comparable to a giraffe. It soared over prehistoric landscapes using powerful hollow-boned wings. Named after the Aztec feathered serpent god, it had a long, toothless beak and likely fed on small animals or carrion. Despite its massive size, it could launch into flight with its strong hind limbs and glide across great distances. So I really like this one, and it's got loads of detail on it too. Now starting off with the head, you have this sort of elongated beak there with the horn tip and the red accents flowing up from it. And it sort of fades from a light grey back to this sort of darker grey that covers most of the rest of the body there. Now you have these really vibrant blue patches as well, just going down the back of the neck, and then more of that orangey red under the chin there as well. That colour carries on to under the wings and down to the front claws, and you can also see the same for his back feet there, almost like they're wearing a pair of little orangey boots as well. Now if we turn the box a bit, you can also see the outside of the wings, and they've sort of flipped back into that vibrant blue. Now this is an awesome design on this pop and would be absolutely petrifying seeing this flying around the skies today. And now onto something not quite so scary, in the form of an Aquilops. So Aquilops was a tiny early ceratopsian dinosaur that lived during the early Cretaceous period around 109 to 104 million years ago. First discovered in Montana, it was roughly the size of a house cat, measuring about 2 feet long and weighing less than 4 pounds. Its most distinctive feature is a curved beak-like snout used for cropping vegetation, and as one of the earliest horned dinosaurs found in North America, Aquilops provides key insights into ceratopsian evolution and its migration from Asia. So this is quite a cute little one here, with that dark little brown beak and the big black Funko eyes. Now the light bronze head also has these small little horns on the side and tiny ones just on top, and the scaling details underneath just sort of travel back and up to the hood, going up to the back of the skull there. This one is already mounted on a stand, as you can see, so it looks like it's sort of running on those stronger back legs, which again are covered in this sort of scaly detail and the darker orange finish, and we have these sort of 3 very dark claws on each foot as well. Now they've got a very distinctive design to their tail as well, as you can see there. If we turn the box a bit, you can see that they've got the black and the light orange stripes running all the way down it. What a cute little fella. Now the next one is the first of our 2 special editions to finish our showcase with, and here we have the Diabloceratops. Diabloceratops was a medium-sized ceratopsian dinosaur that lived around 81 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period in what is now Utah. Its name means devil horned face, referencing the 2 large curved horns on its frill and the smaller horns above its eyes. It had a short nose horn and a deep, robust skull, making it one of the earliest known centrosaurines. As a herbivore, it likely grazed on low-lying vegetation and used its horn for defence or display, and its discovery helped fill gaps in the evolutionary history of horned dinosaurs. So although it does seem to have been a herbivore, this one, it doesn't really look like the most friendly thing in the world in this bright red, and horns just about everywhere there. Now it's a nice touch that you can see his little pink tongue just sticking out there from the black beak, and then you have these 3 lighter grey horns, the 2 larger darker ones, and then a bit further up you have all these ones surrounding the frill at the back of the head there. Now as you can see from the sticker here, this one is a special edition and was a Funko Shop exclusive, so actually only available online, this one. And the last dino we have today is the Carnotaurus. Now Carnotaurus was a large carnivorous theropod dinosaur that lived around 70 million years ago in South America. Its name means meat-eating bull, referencing the 2 bull-like horns above its eyes. It measured about 25 feet long and was built for speed, possibly reaching up to about 35 miles an hour. Now Carnotaurus had a short, deep skull, tiny vestigial arms and forward-facing eyes, which is a bit unusual for dinosaurs. Its skin was covered in scales and it likely hunted smaller prey. Only discovered in 1984, it remains one of the most distinctive and fascinating predators of the late Cretaceous period. So as I say, this is the second of our exclusives, and in the US this one would have been another Target pickup. Now it's got an interesting colour combo, this one. It's in this sort of mustard colour across most of its body, but highlighted with a more sort of pinky tone around the top of the head head there and the little horns up top as well. It also has these distinctive yellow eyes rather than the standard black, and the mouth wide open there as well, showing off a fine set of teeth, a large pink tongue, and the pink on the sort of cheeks as well there. Now they have these tiny little sort of T-Rex little arms and the stronger back legs that they walk on, and as you can just see there, it's got a really nice design on the tail as well, which have these sort of dark diamonds on top running down to the pink and then further down into the mustardy yellow as well. And that wraps up our journey through the wild world of Jurassic Park Rebirth, where the dinosaurs are fiercer, the designs are sharper, and the collectibles are pure prehistoric gold. If you enjoyed this showcase, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment with your favourite figure, and don't forget to subscribe for more Funko hunts, reviews, and movie showcases. If you haven't seen our first video in the series, go check it out for even more dino-sized fun. But until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, there's always another story to tell. We'll catch you in the next one.